Merry Christmas. Welcome to the Truth to Tal Isaac. It's December 24th. We're here at the LFX Studios, just about ready to start episode number 5. As you can see, we're wearing a little bit of merchandise. Truth to Tal Isaac. Nice toque. The demand for merchandise has been far greater than our suppliers have been able to keep up with. So we do have some more stock on order. We've got some more toques coming. We've got some t-shirts, some long sleeve shirts, and a couple of hoodies. I think there are still a couple of crew necks left in the warehouse, if I'm not mistaken, Isaac.
There's a few.
A couple of large, a couple extra large. So if you're interested in some merch, just contact us through our Instagram page or figure out a way to communicate to Isaac. Off the top, a couple quick things. James Harden, Houston. What a disaster. One of the most talented players in the NBA, and I'm not sure if there's a bigger pain in the ass. Maybe Dwight Howard.
Harden's worse than Howard for sure.
Oof, terrible. What's the deal with Houston? What's going to happen?
So it looks like the implosion that we kind of talked about a couple weeks ago is happening like right now, like Christmas. There's a good chance Harden gets traded on Christmas Day. Very real possibility.
Wow, that'd be crazy.
It's a disaster. Apparently, like from what it looks like, from what I've heard and read, Houston essentially asked for the entire NBA in exchange for Harden. Like for Toronto, the Pascal Siakam name was thrown around. For Boston, Jaylen Brown was thrown around. For Denver, Jamal Murray was thrown around. For Miami, Bam Adebayo was thrown around. It doesn't make any sense. Like Harden is good, but he's...
So are they going to get a superstar back for Harden?
No. They're going to be trading the best player in that trade, 100%.
Okay.
And it looks like the best package that can be compiled is going to be with Philly with Ben Simmons. But Daryl Morey came out and said, we're not trading Ben Simmons. Again, he said that about Chris Paul last year, and look how that worked out. So I don't know how trustworthy he is, but I feel like Philly's going to hold on to Simmons. So I think one of the teams that not a lot of people are going to talk about are going to come out of nowhere and put together a good package for Houston that's going to have a lot of picks, a lot of young guys. And then
you mean like a crappy team, like a Sacramento or something like that?
I don't think Sacramento, but like the Knicks. Like if Harden, does Harden want to win, or does he want to average 35 a game? If he goes to,
great question.
If he goes to a good team, a contender like he wanted, like a Philly or a, I don't know, Miami or Milwaukee, they're contenders. He won't average 35 a game, but he'll be a great scorer and will possibly win a ring. Where if he goes to the Knicks, he can literally average 35 easily, probably more, and not win a ring in his career. So it's what does Harden want?
Be interesting. It creates lots of discussion, great for sports topics, and actually just I think increases the overall interest in the NBA. Sports during these times have actually been a really good outlet for people and a release for people. So NBA kicking off the last couple of days, lots of fun, some spectacular first game stats. I mean, Jokic was my pick in the fantasy basketball draft, lit it up. Trae Young was like, did he score something like 40 points and 12 shots or something crazy like that?
Yeah, he didn't play much, and he was killer. John Morant looked great. I'll talk about him later, but John Morant looked really good. Who else looked good? Dennis Schroeder on the Lakers had like 12 boards or something ridiculous like that. Like I think that was what AD and Bron combined for, something very close to that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Schroeder average. So it'll be interesting. We're definitely done with Harden though.
For sure.
Next couple episodes, when he gets traded, we'll have to talk about it.
Yep. This weekend is usually fantasy football championship weekend for most leagues. We're not going to discuss our fantasy football teams. That's not the content of the show, but lots of action, lots of injuries. It'll be really interesting to see how guys like Hurts do this weekend if people decide to add them to their team. Anyway, best of luck to everybody in their fantasy football championships. And again, lots of fun. Sports should be fun. We try to have fun with sports, chatter back and forth. When there's games on, it's very loud in our house. On to the show. 3 main topics tonight. NFL MVP. We're going to have a bit of debate on our top 5 candidates. NBA awards, not only MVP, but Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Most Improved, Sixth Man, and Coach of the Year. And we're actually going to add another category. We're not going to spend a lot of time talking about it, but Rookie of the Year is ROTY. We've got the NROTY, which is not the Rookie of the Year. And then for our final topic of discussion, we have our Christmas movie characters starting 5. So let's just throw it out there and say Die Hard, best Christmas movie of all time. I don't think there's much debate on there. John McClane. You just see him as a tough, small forward on a team. So Isaac and I are going to do a little draft to see where guys like John McClane appear on our draft. And I'm just going to throw out a sleeper, Burgermeister. Not a lot of people know about the Burgermeister. He's spectacular. Want to jump in the NFL MVP talk?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So we each have a top 5 here. Top 2 is easy. After that, it's really tough to call. So my number 1, without a doubt, is Mahomes. So there's some Lions, Packers bias.
I have some doubt.
Now the jersey hanging behind me, and it's not Tyler or Luka or LeBron. Rodgers is my 2.
Did we get that from Action Jackson?
Yeah, Jackson.
Of course we did.
And Evan is LeBron.
Yeah.
So Mahomes, look, they're the best team in football. He's probably the best player in football. Not every year for all leagues is the MVP the best player. This year it is. Mahomes is the best player in football. He should be MVP. Leads the league in passing by a mile. And, I know this isn't a playoffs award, but it looks like the Chiefs are going to probably win the Super Bowl, barring an upset, and he's probably going to be MVP. But regular season, Mahomes is my MVP for sure.
Okay, so it is December 24th. I don't think the Super Bowl trophy has been awarded yet. So we're talking regular season MVP. Rodgers. I'm not a huge Rodgers fan either, but he has put up really good stats. I don't think Green Bay has nearly the talent that KC does. Listen, I think Mahomes is the most talented player in football, and I think KC is the best team. But I think Rodgers is the MVP, and you've seen a little bit more love with Rodgers lately. Probably his second best season of all time. He's been very consistent. The thing about Mahomes and KC is they've had some periods of time where they really have kind of been in neutral and not caring that much. Rodgers puts the foot on the gas all the time. Now, honestly, some of it I think is just a pad of stats, right? First and goal from the 1, run the ball. But you know what? They do 1-yard touchdowns to Adams. So I've got actually Rodgers as my MVP, not Mahomes. I'm relatively certain you probably have Rodgers as number 2, and I have Mahomes, because I do have Mahomes as number 2.
Yeah, so I have Rodgers too. Look, like when he's in the red zone, he's unstoppable in the red zone. He's been great. He leads the league in touchdowns. They're 11-3. But you said sometimes Mahomes didn't show up. What did 88-year-old Tom Brady do to Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, as far as I know, Rodgers isn't playing a lot of defensive back these days. So,
okay, but you said Mahomes didn't. You said Mahomes didn't show up sometimes. Which
no, but also KC's offense, they'd go up 21-7, then they just ease back, and then suddenly be 21-17.
Because they're not down 37-0 to Tom Brady, right? Like you don't. Yeah, I'd rather them ease back when they're up 3 touchdowns than just be down 3 touchdowns.
Okay, kid, money where my mouth is. $10. I've got Rodgers. You've got Mahomes.
Yeah,
done.
I've already got money with Evan on it, but I'll do 2 now.
$10.
The league will do the right thing.
I got Rodgers. You got Mahomes. I'm winning the money. Okay. I'm going to buy myself a new toque with $20.
Yeah, so like Rodgers is 2. In terms of passing yards, he's not even top 5. And it's tough to win MVP when you're not top 5 in passing yards. He's behind guys like Matt Ryan and Deshaun Watson and even Tom Brady for that matter. So I don't think you can be the MVP when you're not even top 5 in passing yards. Yeah,
MVP is a bit of a loyalty award too. Rodgers is going to get tons of votes. Anyway, we'll see. You'll only be $10. Who do you got as 3?
Well, your 2 is Mahomes for basically everything we talked about.
Mahomes awesome. Most talented player in football, just not the MVP this year. He's number 2.
My 3, now 3, this is where it gets really tough. I love this guy, so I'm a little biased, but I have Derrick Henry at 3. Look, like, he's maybe been the most unstoppable player in football. Like, I know Rodgers has been great and Mahomes has been great, but Derrick Henry is by far the most dominant running back. There's some debate about Saquon and McCaffrey going into the year, and obviously they got injured, so they didn't really get to prove it. But I think Henry solidified that he is, King Henry, the best running back in football. Carried the Titans, who are not a 4 seed, to a 4 seed with Ryan Tannehill as their quarterback. Crazy to think about in a really bad defense. The fact that Henry is, all defenses load the box when they play Tennessee, just trying to stop them, and they can't.
Yeah, listen, I like him a ton. I really do. But I have Josh Allen at number 3. He's had a great year. Run pass option, spectacular. Obviously, he's got some guys to throw to in Diggs and Beasley, but I've got Allen just ahead of Henry, so I'm jumping ahead. I've got Allen 3, Henry number 4, and when I see Henry, I look up those old Earl Campbell highlights, and there's a lot of comparisons between those two. Lots of fun to watch. It's just such a quarterback dominant league that I've got quarterbacks, and they get most of the love for MVP votes.
Yeah, so yeah, if Mahomes and Rodgers weren't going stupid this year, Henry would have had a really good shot at it. But it just kind of the way it worked out is those two are having career years probably. So
Yep.
4, I have Josh Allen. Speaking of career year,
Okay.
look, he's got the same record as the Packers, tied for I think the second best record in football. He's done all this on a team that doesn't really have a consistent running game. And he's beaten some good teams. They beat the Rams. They beat the Hawks. I know the Steelers suck now, but they beat the Steelers when they were good, or right before they got bad, I guess. So if you look at Josh Allen, kind of came out of nowhere. A lot of people said dark horse MVP candidate coming into the year, and he really solidified that he should be up there with guys like Rodgers and Mahomes.
Yeah, listen, I think they're going to be good for a while. So 3-4 were the same. We just flipped again. Number 5, I have Aaron Donald, the most dominant defensive player in football. He is amazing to watch. I wish defensive players got more love for MVP because I think he is actually the best player in football. Has a significant impact of the game. He just doesn't get to touch the ball. So who do you got as number 5?
I'm going off script here. I originally was thinking Wilson at 5, but for going defensive, give me Myles Garrett. I think he has been the best defensive player in football this year, although Donald has been great. Garrett has been unstoppable. Unstoppable. He's got to be Defensive Player of the Year. Might even be Walter Payton Man of the Year, which is kind of funny because last year, or was it last year or two? Last year?
When he tried to rip the guy's head off?
When he tried to kill the quarterback for Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Look,
Mason Rudolph?
was it Rudolph?
Well, Roethlisberger was injured, so I think it was
It
Rudolph.
was one of the backups.
Yeah.
I go Myles Garrett at 5, I think, in terms of just like brute force.
Yep, he's a freak.
He's a freak.
He's a freak. Okay, good debate about MVP. We'll see where it ends up. I'm pretty sure I'm winning $10. Okay, NBA awards. Let's just jump right into it. I've got Giannis winning MVP for back-to-back-to-back. I read this last night. There's only 3 dudes, I think, that have won back-to-back-to-back. Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain, and then Giannis because he's going to be the MVP for the 3rd year in a row. Just those 3 dudes. What do you got?
2 words. Voter fatigue. Giannis isn't going to win 3 years in a row. Whether he should is different. He's not like it's the same with LeBron and Michael. Each one of those dudes should have basically like 15 MVPs. So the fact that Giannis is still going to be dominant, the best player doesn't always get MVP, like I said earlier. In the NFL, I think the best player will in Mahomes. This year, for regular season, Giannis was probably the best player in the regular season last year and probably the year before. But this year, even if he is, it's going to be really, really tough to win. That's why I'm going with Luka Doncic. There's a couple guys I was thinking about, but I think the Mavericks are going to contend in the West. I think they're going to be a top few seed. Obviously, Lakers will be one. After that, Clips, Nugs, Mavs, a bunch of teams that Warriors maybe that kind of float around in there. But I think Luka's going to average pretty close to a triple-double, and he is going to do similar to what Steph did in his 2015-2016 season. Not to that efficiency shooting, but in terms of like changing the game and being hard to stop.
Okay. I love Luka. I had Luka at number 2, and I think it's a very close vote. I think Giannis is fired up and angry, so that's going to help propel him. Giannis is a very motivated, intense dude. He's a little unlike a lot of NBA guys in that he really seems to just care a lot about winning in the city, and he loves Milwaukee, and he's going to go super hard. Now, I also think the East overall has improved.
Big time.
So there won't be as many blowouts. So Giannis will actually get more minutes, which will help pad his stats.
Yeah, if Budenholzer plays him 18 minutes a game, it's going to be tough to win MVP.
Yep.
He's got to play 35.
Do you have Giannis as number 2?
No. I'll go Steph Curry at 2. We're not going to do a full ranking for MVP. If they had Klay Thompson, Steph Curry would be my MVP by a mile because I think they would be the 2 seed behind the Lakers, and I think Steph would be unstoppable. And I still think he's going to be pretty unstoppable. He's going to put up so much numbers, like crazy big numbers. So I'll go put him at 2, even though they won't be the best team or the second best team in the West.
Who else popped in your head as MVP candidates?
I like KD, but I think he's not going to shine shine as much because Kyrie's going to get a lot of playing time, a lot of buckets next to him. Obviously, Giannis is a good one. And I'm going to throw the name out there. I don't have the jersey behind me, but you guys know what I'm going to say. Jimmy Butler. Look, no, he's not as good as those guys. Last year, he was top 8 for a good chunk of the regular season. And that was before he sunned LeBron in games 3 and 5 of the finals. Now, a lot of people are talking about Jimmy, not just me. A lot of other people are talking about Jimmy. He's going to get some social media love. He's going to get some votes. So I'll go Jimmy. He's not going to win it. He might not even be top 5, but just remember the name.
Okay, fair enough. Again, guys, so Giannis, Luka, Steph, I'm not sure if the Warriors are going to be good enough. I'm not sure if they're going to have enough spacing, right? Guys like Wiggins and Oubre are going to need to hit some shots. Otherwise, they're just going to get a ton of attention to Steph because he's going to be a beast.
And Bron, if he played consistently, he would win, I think, or he'd be really close. But he's going to set a lot of games, and it's tough to win MVP when the dude next to you is a top 5 player in the league.
Yeah, maybe. And that's the debate, right? If you're playing with somebody who's awesome, does that take away some of what you do, right? Like KD, LeBron are arguably 2 of the best players in the NBA, but KD will probably get a little bit of attention taken off from him because of Irving, and then same thing with AD and LeBron in LA. Lots of good names. Defensive Player of the Year, who do you got?
I think in a landslide, AD is going to win it this year.
Okay.
Giannis
Same.
got it last year. AD was, I think, second.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't pick Jimmy.
He doesn't get defensive love for whatever reason. But I'll throw in another Heat name. Bam Adebayo.
Yeah.
He's not going to win, but I bet he's top 3.
Yeah, I've got AD, Giannis, and then Stifle Tower. Then other names, right? You got Kawhi and Bam that are right there, but I think it's AD in the landslide.
Keep your ears open for Ben Simmons. I think he's going to make a run.
Yeah, you like Ben defensively. I don't.
You don't need to shoot jump shots on defense, so he's really good at defense.
Okay, perhaps I don't look at the defensive stats like you do, but I just don't think Ben's that good.
He can guard 1 through 4.
Okay.
He can.
All right. Yep. All right, give me $5.
He can guard 1 through 4.
Rookie of the Year, who you got?
So your defensive is AD?
I get AD.
Okay.
Yep.
So Rookie of the Year, again, we talked about the Warriors earlier. Give me James Wiseman. I think he was the best player in that draft, and I think if the Timberwolves didn't have Towns, they would have picked Wiseman, but I think he's the most NBA ready out of those guys. I think he's the best player, and he might have the highest ceiling out of all of them. So I think Wiseman, he looks pretty raw, but he can develop a bit more of a jumper, a bit more ball handling skills. But I think he'll win Rookie of the Year because he's going to be such a big part of that Warriors team. I think he's going to start at the 5 for probably most of the season.
Listen, I'll agree with you on the high ceiling, but I watched a few minutes of him opening night, and he is very, very raw. So I don't think he's there yet. Edwards, I think, is going to be the Rookie of the Year. Understand Cat is going to take a lot of attention from people, so Edwards is going to have a lot of open looks.
And Wiseman.
Yep. But anyway, I got Edwards. You've got you got Wiseman, and then what about the not Rookie of the Year?
You say yours.
Oh, Ball, right? Nice start. 0 for 3, no, 0 for 5.
Something like that.
A couple turnovers, a couple of dimes, but I don't like him.
My not Rookie of the Year.
Don't say Killian Hayes.
No Skillian Hayes.
Oh, come on.
He's trash. He's a trash. He's
Listen,
so bad.
He's okay. He's like 16. Come on. You're older than him.
7th overall.
He's going to be okay.
So, but actually for Rookie of the Year, a couple guys that I do like. Toppin, I think, will be good in New York, and he's going to get a lot of buckets. It's not a whole lot of action in New York. If they don't get Harden or make a big acquisition, you know that Toppin is going to get a lot of love, lots of New York, big market, a lot of social media love for Toppin. He'll get some votes. And if Denny Avdia ever touches the ball, he'll be good.
Yeah, he'll have to be a really good rebounder because he's going to have to get Westbrook's bricks and then get the rebound so that counts as board, do a little baby hook that he probably learned from the Burgermeister. And that's the only way he's going to get buckets because Westbrook's going to just take lots of shots. And then you also have Beal, who's a really good shooter who deserves to have lots of shots.
All right.
Most improved, who do you got?
OG Anunoby.
It's a good pick.
I think I really, really like him this year. I think that he's got a good shot at winning. And he didn't average that many points last year. He played well in the playoffs, but he's such a good defender, and he's developing a 3-point shot. Like, he could shoot threes last year. Ask Boston that. They'll tell you that he can shoot threes. But
Pretty big shot.
it's going to develop. He's going to become a better shooter, and I think that Toronto is a good place for him.
Okay.
So I like OG most improved. Another guy, or two other guys I like, John Morant, I think is going to have a huge leap. It's tough to be most improved when you were that good last year. And he averaged like 18 a game, but I think he can be a 23-game guy.
Beast.
23-game guy.
Did you see that? Throw it off the backboard and catch it down for a dunk. He's a beast.
John Morant, and then another jersey behind me, Tyler Hero is going to make big leaps this year. No, he is.
Yeah. I've got Ayton as my most improved. I've got Michael Porter Jr., number 2, and I've got Sekou Doumbouya as number 3.
I think that's next year. I think it's his award next year.
Listen, I like OG a lot as well, and you made some good points there, but I've got 8 winning most improved. 6 man, who do you got?
This is a tough one. I'm going to go Karis LeVert with the Nets.
Okay.
It was either him or Dinwiddie, and Dinwiddie appears to be starting. So give me Karis LeVert. He's a great scorer. He's a good Michigan guy. And when KD and Kyrie aren't on the court, he is going to get a lot of buckets. So give me Karis LeVert. A couple other names I like. Goran Dragic for Miami was great last year. And with Hero starting at the 1 this year, Dragic is going to be their 6 man again. And even Jordan Clarkson for Utah.
Okay. Yeah, I got some different names. I do have LeVert on there as well, but I've got Trez, Dennis Schroeder,
right?
Schroeder, sorry. And then Derrick Rose. Don't forget about Derrick Rose. See, here's the deal. He's going to be a Piston. He's going to score lots of points because, listen, I love the Pistons, but they're trash. They're terrible. So D Rose is going to get buckets. So when he gets traded to a contender, the only question is he still going to be a 6 man? So anyway, I like Trez. I like LeVert a lot. Schroeder and D Rose are my guys for 6 man of the year. Coach of the year, one name. Give it to me.
Spoelstra.
Oh,
He proved it last year.
Yep.
He proved it last year.
As far as I can tell, Coach of the Year is for this year, not last year.
Let me finish.
I got Steve Nash. No.
Shut up. Let me finish. Okay.
Unless they win 70 games in a 72-game season, there's no way Spo's going to win.
Okay, here's the deal. Like I said, he proved last year, similar to what Jimmy did, and now people are actually going to start saying his name. They haven't said his name since Braun left. Now that they're going to be good again, they're going to talk about Spoelstra. He swept the GM awards. Not that it matters, but it shows that smart people in the NBA know Spoelstra is a good coach, not Budenholzer playing Giannis 10 minutes a game. It's a joke.
Yeah. Steve Nash is going to be the Coach of the Year, and part of it is because KD is awesome, and they've got a really deep team, and although Kyrie is going to be like a flat earther and spray sage on the courts, he's nuts. Like, he is super nuts. But if Nash can keep those guys playing, they're going to be, a top 2 seed in the East. And I got Steve Nash. Nice Canadian dude.
Top 2 seed, and if Spo doesn't win it, it'll be Nash. Carlisle's another name for Dallas, but I like Nash a lot too.
Okay. Good discussion, good debate. Before we jump into the Christmas movie, starting 5 and 6 man, again, just thank you for Amy Lane celebrating her birthday, giving us the LFX studios here. Happy birthday, Amy. Christmas movie starting 5. So what we did is we picked, again, separate lists. We picked our favorite Christmas movies and then those characters, and then we had to translate those characters into how they would be on a basketball court. Let's just use an example. One of the best Christmas movies ever, Christmas Story. Ralphie, right? So Ralphie,
Don't spoil it.
You think, listen, it's not a big secret. Everybody knows Ralphie is the man. Tough, little, shifty, trying to think of a comparison
Pat
in
Bev.
today's. Yeah, he's probably a bit of a Pat Bev. So Ralphie's a Pat Bev, so that's the translate. So we're going to do, I think, rock, paper, scissors to see the draft. See who gets first overall. I think Isaac's going to pick Bruce Willis because he loves Die Hard. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yes. Okay. Okay. The number 1 pick overall in the Truth Draft for Christmas characters. He is going to be your starting small forward. Lots of energy. He can fire it up from deep. Elf. Number 1 pick overall.
He's very coachable too, I think.
Very coachable.
Okay.
I got Elf. What do you got?
I got 2 picks here.
Oh, we didn't say snake draft? Come on.
That's what we did for the last draft. Ball don't lie.
Is that a written rule? No, this is like an NBA draft. I was.
Snake. That's how it goes.
Oh,
That's what we did for our last draft.
That's weak sauce. Next time you got to say it at the beginning. Okay,
Seriously?
who do you got?
Okay, then I'll still beat you.
Okay, who do you got?
The Grinch. You kidding me? 6'2" beast. I can play him at the 4 or the 5. Super, like he's got Intimidator on Hoff for all you 2K players. Grinch is going to be such a beast down low. Lots of boards, a lot of tips, and he's just going to scare away the opponent. So give me the Grinch for sure.
Okay, it's a good pick. I've got John McClane as my shooting guard. He is tough as nails, and you know he can shoot. Listen, he's from Brooklyn. Where's that place where Dr. J used to play in Harlem?
Rucker?
Rucker. You know John McClane used to play with Dr. J in Rucker. For sure. For sure. I got John McClane as a shooting guard with my second pick. Who do you got?
He's a big. A lot of you guys might not know him. Jack Skellington. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Man.
Estimated height on this guy? Dad, do you have a guess?
He's got to be like 7'2".
Estimated height is 8'5".
Ooh, it's a big pick.
Look, he's thin. He's got a bit of a KD build, but he is going to be. He's Bull. He's Bull / he's Minute Bull, just a foot taller.
Okay, that's a really good pick. I had him as my next pick, but I had him as a Scottie Pippen comparison. So now the problem is I have to match up with Skellington, so I got to think of guys who can match up with him. There's a couple of dudes that I can think of. Let's see. But listen, I need to stick to my script with the most talent that is out there. And I think I got to go with Kevin McAllister from Home Alone as my point guard. Again, shifty. Think about defensively. Like, he is great with the traps in the movie. You know he's going to be great with trapping defense. I get him matching up with Elf and John McClane. I got Kevin McAllister. He's my guy.
He's going to be defensive liability, I think.
You know what? He's short. He's got a low center of gravity, but he's tough.
I'll body him.
No.
A couple guys on my board here. I am going to go with Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Look, I'm going to use him as a player coach. He's also going to be my head coach, Hans Gruber. Defensive mastermind. I vision Greg Popovich with Hans Gruber.
He's a bad locker room guy, though. He's going to whine about not getting enough shots.
He's just got the Jimmy mentality. He just wants to win.
No, he's a whiner.
He's my 3. So I'll go Hans pretty easy. I like that value. That's good value.
Okay, so I've got really, really good talent at my wings, but now I got to get big. So a couple guys come to mind.
I know you can pick.
I got to go with Burgermeister. So a lot of people don't know about the Burgermeister, and you got to Google him to find out. But what is people don't know is Burgermeister. He's actually Dirk Nowitzki's uncle, and he's the guy who first developed 2 things: jump hook, that's Burgermeister, and the 1-foot fadeaway. So Burgermeister can body up. He's strong. He's solid. He's going to be able to body up Skellington, push him off the side.
He won't.
Oh, for sure he won't. You got to look up the Burgermeister, and he can probably play the 4. He can play the 5. Sets a mean screen. Burgermeister. And he's got some political connections, so he can make sure we get extra sponsorship. We're going to have a sweet plane. Burgermeister. He's my. I'm putting him down as probably my power forward for now. We'll see. I've got another big later on. That's a bit of a dark horse guy that you probably don't know about him. We'll use him later.
2. So I really like. I've got Hans Gruber at the 3, Grinch at the 4, and Jack Skellington at the 5. I love my team so far.
Nobody can handle the ball yet. Nobody can handle the ball.
Yeah, that's fine. Couple guys on my. Okay. I'm going to match his small and go with Ralphie.
Ralphie's a good pick. Okay.
He's going to clamp Kevin McAllister, clamp him. And if there's ever a fight, like you mentioned, Ralphie's thrown down. So I'll play him at the 1.
Yeah, the thing about Ralphie is he's likely to get some suspensions, right? He's got a bit of
in a full season, it'll be tough.
Yeah, Rasheed Wallace concept. He's going to get lots of tees. He's going to fight. But listen, Ralphie and McAllister going full court, that's going to be a battle. You're just going to be able to focus in on those. We'll probably have to do some 30 for 30s just on Ralphie versus Kevin. Okay, so big guy that you don't know about either, but Winter Warlock. With a
on,
Winter
bro.
Warlock. Big, mean dude. Once you give him a little bit of love, he's going to warm up. He's going to open up to you. But Winter Warlock, for sure, can take Skellington. You got to Google him. Winter Warlock.
Okay. All right. Wow, you have an awful team.
I've got a great team. And actually, he's my center.
Okay. I've got a couple guys I like here.
Still tons of talent out there.
I am going to go with someone you won't think of, but the bad guy from Home Alone. Now, Harry Lime, I don't want the
little guy or the big guy?
I don't want Marv. I want Harry. He was the smaller one.
Okay.
He's gonna be defensive mastermind. I think I really like him. I can play him at the 2 next
Is
to
that Joe
Ralphie.
Pesci?
I believe that's Joe Pesci's guy.
It's a pretty good pick. Yeah.
Harry Marv. Was Marv the tall guy? I think Marv was the tall guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think so.
So I like Harry Lime here. I'll play him at the 2 next to McAllister, and he's just gonna get in. I'll play him next to Ralphie. He's gonna get in McAllister's head.
Okay, listen, I can't believe he fell this far, but Clark W. Griswold. And let's not forget, Clark W. Griswold also played Fletch, right? You think that crossover comparison? That's huge. Chevy Chase, listen, I was thinking maybe he's my 6th man, but he could probably start the 2, the 3, or the 4. Burgermeister, he's a little fat, so he's probably going to have to need a little bit of load management. I got Clark W.
Okay, so I have the
pick.
Grinch, who's played by Jim Carrey. So do I get like the Mask then too? Is that how we're doing this now?
No.
And the Joker?
No.
I don't know if that's what we're doing now. We're changing the rules.
It's a basketball crossover.
So now, do you want to do 7?
We got to do 8 guys. There's still so much talent out there.
Okay, I got my guy. Like him a lot. I'm going to go the conductor from Polar Express. Now
It's Tom Hanks.
It's Tom Hanks.
Yeah, smart guy.
So
yeah,
he's gonna fans are gonna come and want to see the conductor. Really good dude.
Yeah.
And super smart. Again, I think he can help out Gruber with coaching. And in terms of, I've got some tempers on my team. If you've seen the Polar Express, he's such a good, calm demeanor dude. I think that he'll help with that.
Yeah, your team is mostly filled with jackasses, so you need some calm guys out there.
Okay, Burgermeister.
Okay, Burgermeister's. Yeah, I need a bit of an edge. Burgermeister and the Warlock, my big guys have an edge to it, but you're not going to want to come anywhere close to the paint.
Conductor, 6th man. What you got? Who's yours?
Okay, so I got a couple of different options here. I'm just going to say it. We've got that family connection. I can bring in Cousin Eddie, right? He's going to obviously pair really well with Clark W. But I got to go with Jimmy Stewart from It's a Wonderful Life, right? Classic. You don't know, but he used to play.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, but he actually played on Harvard when he went to school in 1928. So he was the number 2 guy at Harvard. He's a great guy off the bench.
Who?
Buckets. Jimmy Stewart.
I was just wondering who asked.
Who asked? Well, a lot of people asked. Fans, my phone's just blown up. I get Jimmy Stewart from It's a Wonderful Life. Great character guy. He can come off the bench. He almost like a Vinnie Johnson, kind of lighted up guy. Jimmy Stewart will be awesome.
All right, so do you want to do 8 guys then?
Yep.
Okay. We're going overtime, and this is your fault, by the way, so don't yell at me after.
It's my fault. This is a great category.
So 7th man, there's a couple guys I like, but I am going to go with the Santa Claus, Tim Allen, Santa Claus.
Yep.
I don't know if you've had him. I really
Yeah, I had him on my board.
There's a lot of Santas, but I think he is the best real Santa, not cartoon guys from the 50s. I like Santa Claus a lot. Tim Allen is sweet. Talk about crossover. Buzz Lightyear, I get him too. Buzz Lightyear's sick, but Santa Claus, I don't know what era I can get. I don't know if I get full fat Santa or in the transition, but I'll be happy with any of them.
Yeah, Santa Claus is a good pick. Again, he brings lots of intangibles to the table.
A lot of intangibles.
Again, I've got a good mix of guys. I love John McClane, but again, he's going to probably blow an ACL, so he's going to need some time off. So I do need some
bad feet,
some guys off the bench. He's got bad feet. Yeah,
glass.
Bad feet. Shoot the glass. We're going to go with bad Santa, Billy Bob Thornton. He can light it up. He's actually ambidextrous. I don't think you knew that. But Billy Bob can finish with his left. He can finish with his right. He's going to get some buckets. I got Billy Bob Bad Santa coming off my bench. He's a good pick.
Is he your 7th?
He's my 7th guy.
So I got one more. 2 guys on the board. I'm going to have to go with the Abominable Snowman as my 8th guy. There you go.
I like Abominable.
Trash Can Burgermeister, Snowman, Abominable Snowman will be great. He's my 8th guy, my final pick.
Okay, then again, I got to go with. I've got a team that's just like a little more experience. I got some age on my guys, so
They're all trash.
So, oh man, Clark W, Elf, like I got guys.
Okay.
So this is the last pick on the board. Is this the last pick on the board, or wait a sec?
I have 8 guys. You have 7.
Yeah, so I got 8. Okay, so I have to debate between Cousin Eddie and Ebenezer Scrooge. I think I got to go with Ebenezer Scrooge. Again, it's got huge range. Like he is a guy, he's just a gym rat. He has no friends, so he just pays guys to go to the gym, and he puts up 500 shots a day. Ebenezer Scrooge, man, he is my deep
Locker room
threat.
cancer.
Yeah, no, he's not even allowed in the locker room.
Oh, they don't let him in?
No. He's a guy we bring off the bench. He hits threes. We don't practice with him. We send him back to his hotel room. We give him some food. Every now and then we send up somebody just to talk to him for a little bit. But Ebenezer Scrooge is my last pick, and he is going to light you up like a Christmas tree.
Do you want to do 9?
I still got guys. There's lots of guys on the board.
I got a 9th. Now I'm going to say the name of the dude in the movie, and you guys won't know him. But then I'm going to say the actor, and then you're going to know. Okay? Name of the guy in the movie, Howard Langston. The dude who plays him, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh,
Jingle All the
pick.
Way.
Yeah,
Classic
that's a good
movie.
pick.
Howard Langston. So this is Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm going to have talk about physicality. Arnold. So he is going to be my 9th guy, my final guy. I like him a lot, and I know you didn't know about him. That's why I was able to get him this late.
Yeah, you know what I did? I was doing a bit of research, and some of the LFX team gave me some names. I'm going to pull out Sinbad from Jingle All the Way. I think he can match up really well with Arnold. He's got some skills. He's from the hood. I'm going with Sinbad. I think my team is so much better than yours. We'll put the lineups out there for you guys to decide, but my team wins for sure.
So let's go.
You don't know about the Burgermeister.
That's why your team's bad.
Oh, he's awesome.
Okay,
He's probably
go.
going to be the MVP of the league.
Really? Okay, so let's go through. We'll do starting 5. So we'll say point guard, and then we'll go to our bench.
Okay, I'll do my best. My draft board's a little bit dirtier than I
I write like a normal person.
Yep.
Starting point guard, Ralphie from A Christmas Story.
Okay. I got Kevin McAllister from Home Alone.
Shooting guard, Harry Lime, Home Alone bad guy.
Okay. I got John McClane, who's going to beat your guy like a drum.
Okay. Small forward, Hans Gruber from Die Hard.
Okay. I got Elf, who can fire it up from long range. I got some guys who can fire it up from long range.
Okay.
I got Elf.
Power forward.
And think about the 4 food groups, right? He's
What are
gonna
they?
he's gonna have so much energy. Candy corns, candy cane, and maple syrup. He's gonna have so much energy. He's gonna be awesome.
Power forward, the Grinch, Jim Carrey's Grinch. Beast. He was my first overall pick. I love him. He's my power forward.
Yep, I got Burgermeister, who probably is odds on for MVP.
From what?
Look him up.
What's he from? Do you know?
Look him up. Yeah, German national team.
No. What movie or TV show or whatever it is? Some made
Oh,
for
the
TV.
Santa Claus one, the cartoons. Maybe the animation wasn't so good in 1970, but you got to look up the Burgermeister. Awesome.
Starting center, was
Yep.
Jack Skellington.
Yeah,
Jack Skellington, 8'5", absolute animal. He's your MVP. He's like Rudy Gobert if he was good. That's what Jack Skellington is going to
I've
be.
got the Winter Warlock, which is going to match up really well with Jack
Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas. For those who don't know, who do you have?
The Winter Warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Again, this is an international draft. You're picking guys that are just like within 10 miles of here. I've got a much more of an international team.
Tell that to the Grinch and Hans Gruber, who's from Germany.
Yeah, he probably went to a camp that the Burgermeister put on.
Sixth man, the conductor, Polar Express. Tom Hanks. He's my sixth man.
Again, depending on who I got here, I probably got Clark W as my sixth man. Griswold is a really good guy to bring off the bench. He can probably guards. Probably 1 to 4 he can guard. I'm not sure if he can guard a 5, but he's pretty solid.
From
Christmas Vacation. Yep.
Seventh man, I have the Santa Claus. This is Tim Allen from the movie Santa Claus, that's what it's called, the Santa Claus.
Yep.
He's my seventh man, Tim Allen.
Yeah, then I got Jimmy Stewart from It's a Wonderful Life. Really
Good
one of
pick.
the best characters of all times. Good dude, and he could fire it up from long range.
Okay, what tells you that he can shoot from long range?
Harvard, 1932. They were the Ivy League champions. He
What was the
leading scorer.
three-point line in 1932? I just forget.
They didn't have a three-point line, but he was one of those set shooters. It's awesome.
Yeah, like Pete Maravich.
Very similar to Pistol
game
Pete.
to Pete
Yep.
Maravich. Eighth man, Abominable Snowman, from any one of those old 60s, 70s cartoon made-for-TV movies.
Yeah, I've got Billy Bob Thornton from Bad Santa, who is rough. He's a tough guy.
Ninth man, Arnold from Jingle All the Way. That's such good value to get Arnold at 9. We're going to... who's your ninth?
Sinbad.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a little loud. I forgot to write Sinbad down.
So we have our 9. After the episode's been up for a bit, we'll post it on Instagram. We'll post a couple other things on Instagram, but we'll post our rosters. I think mine is clearly better.
Oh, I don't think so. Man, listen, as long as some of the folks that are well-rounded and have good basketball experience and
Well-rounded
do your homework.
Burgermeister.
Yeah, he's a little fat, okay? I'm not going to lie, he's a little fat. But he's not going to play a lot of minutes because we got Clark W. We got Sinbad off the bench to eat up some minutes. But for 28 minutes a game, nobody better than the Burgermeister.
So for Christmas movies...
Not a big Christmas fan, but that's okay.
Christmas movies, there's some borderline ones that we didn't include. So Rocky IV, not considered a Christmas movie. Star Wars Holiday Special. Most, like, for Star Wars diehards out there, you know what it is. It's not really a real Christmas movie, so, like, no Chewbacca. Lethal Weapon, very close to a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch Lethal Weapon, it's interesting. Not a Christmas movie. And then Batman Returns. This was the second Batman with Keaton.
Okay.
From the 90s with, like, DeVito.
Yeah.
Not, like, borderline. So those ones, if you're thinking, why don't we have Batman? Or, Riggs from Lethal Weapon, not considered Christmas movies. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yep.
I don't know if we'll have to debate that because you're smart, you know.
There's no debate. It's the best Christmas movie ever.
2 types of people on this planet. Who are they?
Those who think that Die Hard's a Christmas movie and those people that are dumb. Mm-hmm. Is that
Mom.
the 2?
Yeah, Mom, if you're listening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, close things off.
Merry Christmas. We'll be back in a few days. We'll have a little bit more NFL and a little bit more NBA stuff to talk about. We're starting to talk about the Tigers. The truth to Tal Isaac. We love you.
Go get merch, guys.
Have a good day.
Right? Tukes crew necks. Quick plug for the merch again. Contact one of us, okay?
Contact him.
All right.
See ya.
What do you got?